afternoon, ladies and gentlemen of the media, and Mr. Green. Thank you for being here. I'm here to present as opposed to introduce. And I think of three words when I look at this gentleman to my right: fit for the purpose. Honorable gentleman who has served as a veteran PLP stalwart. He is certainly an all-rounder. He also knows the value of teamwork, and he's played many roles, from backbencher to minister of many different portfolios, and now is the Deputy Speaker of the House of Assembly. He really represents many of those qualities that we think represent the PLP standard, and that is being a drum major for social justice and equity. He's someone whom I recall my father always spoke of with fondness. He's someone who he sought to recruit as a principal, and then whom he enjoyed having work on his behalf in the Sands North election. So it gives me tremendous pleasure to present to you an honorable gentleman and a PLP stalwart who will be carrying our banner in the West, the Honorable K. Randolph Horton. Sir.
Thank you very much, Madam Premier, for those very kind words. I certainly appreciate that. I would like to, first of all, thank all of my constituents who voted for me and given me the opportunity to represent them first in Hamilton Parish West in 1998 and then in Southampton West since 2003. Ladies and gentlemen, I entered politics because I am a champion of fairness, justice, and equality for all in our communities. And I joined the Progressive Labor Party back just after 1966 on my return from college. There was much work that needed to be done to bring about equality in our country. At that time, blacks were second-class citizens, as very ably described by Dr. Eva Hudson in her book, First Class Men, Second-Class Citizens. It has for me been a classic experience to be part of the movement, the Progressive Labor Party movement, that brought about the change that saw this Progressive Labor Party gain power in 1998 and guide Bermuda since then. For me, working at the constituency level has been of absolute importance because it is the constituents who determine what is needed and what the party should be doing in order to be able to meet their needs. While an MP in Southampton West, some of my achievements, and there are many, I'll name just a few of the achievements I consider to be important, was the remodeling of Death Valley playing field, including the paving of the basketball court, seats at bus shelters, a safe walkway down to Whale Bay Beach, picnic benches at Whale Bay Park, neighborhood watches in the last few years, and very importantly, under the watchful eye of P.C. Bridgman, security fencing along the eastern boundary of Rockaway, the naming of Southampton Glebe School after Dalton E. Tucker, honoring that long-serving principal. Ensuring progress at Morgan's Point. It's been very important to stay in touch with what is developing at Morgan's Point. Also facilitating the opportunity for constituents to visit Morgan's Point with the developers. And then, of course, the renovations at Port Royal Golf Course, liaising with Port Royal Golf Course when many of our constituents were having problems with the noise from the distillation plant, working with the management in order to ensure that they were appeased. And then, of course, very importantly, lowering of membership fees for seniors. When the course went over to, once the course was remodeled, there was an effort to raise the fees and I played a part in ensuring that those fees would not be raised for seniors. I've also had the privilege of serving, as the Premier said, as a minister in Cabinet from 2001 to 2008 in several portfolios in education and sports and community and development, in labor, home affairs and public safety, and also in the environment. And so I've had a wide range of experience in government and know how things work in government, and certainly from the backbench level have been supportive of cabinet and supportive of providing opportunities through cabinet, even from the backbench level. While a minister, some of my achievements there, again, there's a long list, but I'll name just a few. I appointed a Women in Sport Committee to address ways to eliminate any barriers to encourage girls and women's participation in sport. I saw the creation of the Motorsports Park on April 5 at Southside. I created opportunity for student athletes to participate in the World Scholar Athlete Games at the University of Rhode Island. I piloted through the Police and Criminal Evidence Act 2004 through Parliament, and this legislation has led to greatly improved policing in Bermuda. I piloted legislation that increased penalties for violence and weapons offenses at sports grounds, concerts, and other large public events. And one that I feel so proud of was, in fact, soon after I became Minister of Labor, Home Affairs and Public Safety, I led the Emergency Measures Organization through Hurricane Fabian and its aftermath. And that gave me a great deal of confidence in working with our community. I commissioned, very important I think, the 2007 review of education. I've always believed education has always been at the forefront for me. First, as the Honorable Premier mentioned, I've been a teacher, I've been a principal, and so education is in my blood. And even to this day, even though I'm not the Minister of Education, the Premier will certainly attest to the fact that I keep a keen eye on what's happening in education in an effort to impact positive change, because I truly believe that education and success in education eventually is what leads to a successful, productive community. And so as a result of the Hopkins report, we had I released the report to the House of Assembly. We had some 10 pretty significant recommendations which the government is working on, and we've made, I believe, significant progress since then. I legislated school-based accountability, raised the school leaving age to 18, and also increased the powers of the Board of Education.